Hey guys, it's your girl Victoria back to you with another review for Love and Hip Hop Miami Season 5, Episode 7 called Purseholders. Ain't no Purseholders, there's only one, but okay. We start off with Amara. She's at home, she's working and, taking care of the kids. So obviously she brings her daughter, one of her daughters to her mom. And I guess this is where she has a little venting session because she's just so busy. She's trying to balance her life and also work and being a mom and whatnot and kind of being in a relationship because I guess her and Safari are back cool again. So the mom suggests, like, why don't you hang out with Safari? She says, I'm trying to slow things down a little bit, so I don't think that's the best idea. So then the mom says, oh, why don't you hang out with your friends? So then Amara's like, you know what? I am, because coincidentally, she got an invite from Princess to play poker for like a ladies poker night and whatnot. So she's going to go and she's going to invite her friend Eliza. Okay, cool. You could have just stopped all the, I got a lot going on. I understand she does. Okay. I ain't trying to make it seem like her feelings of feeling overwhelmed is invalid. Okay. But sometimes can we just cut to the chase? You know what I'm saying? And, I understand her mom's going through health issues as well. So I understand for her feeling stressed and overwhelmed. But if we just get into the point, if the main focus is like, oh, Princess is having a ladies poker night. We could have just went straight to the woman. Oh, no, I'm in the wrong. Okay. I'm going to move on then. Okay, we didn't get to Miami Tip. So she's having a book release party at the strip club. I think the strip club she works at. Okay, cool. Trina and Joy is there for support. Now, she was explaining how she didn't think people would want to read her book and whatnot. No. Miami Tip. I'm very intrigued. I would want to read the book. Mm-hmm. I didn't catch down what it was, but best believe while I'm waiting for this thing to load to YouTube and all that stuff, I'm gonna look it up. I might buy it. There's a lot of people's books that I bought that I haven't finished yet. So there's like a lot of book reviews I probably have to do, but that's okay. I'm gonna get to it. Cause it's like, why wouldn't we want to read it? Miami Tip. You probably have stories for days. Like, we already know there's a lot of stuff that goes on in like a regular club or a strip club. So to imagine what goes on behind the scenes that we don't be knowing about, that probably be more drama and stuff. We want that entertainment. So yes, I'm going to be looking it up. I'm gonna try to see if I can buy it and whatnot. Okay. And then whenever I do get around to reading it, and I will do a review. When will that be? I don't know, because side note, let's just take a side note, because DJ Envy and his wife came out with a book. Was it even this year? I think it was last year. Or was it this year? I don't remember. It was either earlier this year or early last year. I pre-ordered it, okay? I think to this date, I only read the first chapter. So I have a long way to go, but I'm going to catch up, guys. Give me grace. There's a lot going on in my life too, just like tomorrow. No shade. But we all have a lot of things going on. So I'll get to it. But I'm very intrigued with what she done put in her book. Anyway, we move on. And, oh no, we're still talking about her. So she's sitting down with Joy. Oh, she makes a speech and stuff, how they do at these parties and stuff. And then she sits down with Joy to talk about, Zoe Brinks. So Joy tries to explain her reasoning of why she popped off because, Trina's family, she got a lot going on. So you're just coming up with the Mean Girls comment. I already explained to you how I felt last week. Do I feel like Zoe should have said that comment? Heck no, because I'm just like, bro, come on. Because like I said, I felt like, honestly, even though other reviewers felt different, that's fine. I honestly felt like Trina would have been receptive had she not come up with that comment. But, it is what it is. People was wrong on both sides. Joy popped off, was quick to have an attitude, even though in the beginning she was just like, bro, don't do all that. So it is what it is. We moving on. We on the next week, even though we still gonna be talking about it till like literally the last seconds of the episode. Anyway, so after we talking about Zoe Brinks, we didn't talk about Eliza and the Miami Tip beef that they got going on. Tip thinks Eliza is evil because when she done came up with not Joyce, but with Future's baby or whatever, she done forgot about the people at the strip club when she came up. So everybody, well, specifically Miami, feeling some type of way. So what you're saying is you creating this drama and talking crap about Eliza because you are hurt that it kind of feels like she abandoned you or forgot about you when she moved on with her life and moved on from the strip club. I'm still not doubting what you said last week because like I said, I feel like she did that. She really did do that for a come up because a lot of people do. There's nothing wrong with that. That's what you want to do. And in these entertainers entertain that and, have unprotected sex to, be paying, I don't know how many thousands of dollars in child support a month. Then, hey, do you, boo. But at the same time, Tip is kind of giving like jealous vibes. There's another word I can't even think about right now, but I'm just like, your reasoning is pretty much you upset that homegirl moved on. And it seems like a pattern in your life when you feel like people moved on from you. We have that with Eliza. We had that with Richard. We've had that with Suki Hana. Everybody else is bettering themselves. Do you want to better yourself? Maybe you feel like you're already bettering yourself. But it's just like I feel like you have abandonment issues. I'm not no psychologist, even though I majored in psychology in college. That don't mean nothing, okay? Because I'm not no psychologist, I'm not no doctor, no none of that. But I just personally feel you get a little bit of abandonment issues. A lot of people do, okay? It's not the end of the world, Tip, but it's like you be hitting below the belt sometimes. Like you be going to the extreme sometimes because then she made mention that she made the comment, I guess last week, we did see the flashback where she said, my son's going to college on scholarship and your daughter got a mugshot. We're going there to like really, this what we doing, guys? I don't understand. Like, I guess this is to hit below the belt. But for me, I don't understand what my, like if I was Eliza, what my daughter having a mugshot have to do with anything. You know how many people have mugshots that probably shouldn't even have mugshots? You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I guess, she thought she ate with that comment, but I'm just kind of like, okay. I mean, yeah, granted, your son's doing better than you, but it's like, yeah, you got so much to be proud of, but yet you getting upset and making lives about someone having a baby with someone else for clout or whatever, but yet you doing a live talking about said person for clout, right? Am I getting it right? Tip. I do like her. I feel like if I saw her on, how I am. If I saw her on the street, I'm like, oh my gosh, Tip, I read your book. Can you sign my book? But at the same time, it's just like, maybe Tip, come on, man, you better than this. But then are you, because this is not the first rodeo with a person that you felt hurt by. Like, you hurt by everybody. Everybody hurt you, huh? Everybody hurt you? Anyways, I'm sure your son loves you to death. And stop embarrassing your son, okay? But then again, I'm probably in the wrong for mentioning her son, even though she be mentioning people's kids left and right. Nothing wrong. Congratulations for your son getting a scholarship. That's amazing. But focus on the good stuff. Your son getting a scholarship, going to college, you releasing the book, and stop worrying about Eliza and her butt cheeks that don't match her thighs. Even though she's a beautiful woman, Eliza is beautiful. I told you guys this already last week, but at the same time, I at the end scene of her and her daughter later on that we're gonna get to, I'm just like, these butt cheeks do not match the thigh. Why you do this, Eliza? Like, why y'all do this? Like, y'all just be so beautiful out in these streets and y'all want to ruin it with cosmetic surgery. Some people, it does enhance things and it does look great, but in this case, I'm like, girl, you should have just kept your natural body, because with your pretty face, you was fine before. You got effed before this, okay? You probably had the beautiful natural body that Future had fun with. I'm gonna move on. Okay, I'm getting too far. Okay, we get to Zoe. So Zoe Brinks finally has a house. She's, well, not a house, apartment, I don't know. But she's finally living in a place, not at her shop, with her boy, her man, thank you to her man, Kelvin. And she really got to say thank you to her man because he's the one who, I guess, put things together for them to get a place. So she there cooking for him. They've been together for 2 years. Okay, that's cute. And, they sit down to eat and they talk about Bobby's party, the drama with Joy. She calls Joy Trina's purse holder and literally calls her that throughout the rest of this episode. And I'm just like, you know what? Whatever. I mean, is Joy like Trina's sidekick? I guess, because everywhere Trina is, for the most part, like at any type of event, Joy is with her. But I'm not going to call Joy a purse holder. I do like Joy. I feel like they both played parts in this whole fiasco and drama. So it's like, it is what it is. But, I mean, is she wrong to call Joy a purse holder? Maybe so, because, I wouldn't have done it. But, is Joy kind of like Trina's sidekick? I mean, possibly, if I were being honest, even as much crap as I talk, I don't be trying to stir up, stuff and instigate stuff. But I mean, she said it. And she's not too far off. So anyway, she talks about the project with Super Cindy and Trina, and she don't know how this whole fiasco is gonna affect her chances to be on the project. So Kelvin mentions that she should talk to Cindy about it. So she says she's gonna talk to her about it. Okay, cool. And then we have Super Cindy, speaking of, meeting up with Trina at the bar. They talk about the project and Zoe. Trina doesn't want to work with her because she's not about the drama. That's Trina's go-to, that she's not about the drama, even though she's on a show full of drama, a show that is not a show without drama, stupid drama like that. So whatever. Super Cindy is disappointed that, she can have Zoe on because she really likes Zoe, but, Zoe kind of effed up the thing for herself. So she's like, I don't know if I should try to fight for her, but at the same time, it's like, I'm not, this is our project together. So if she doesn't want her on there, then I'm not gonna like force her on there either. As far as Cindy, listen, I don't blame her for her way of thinking, because at the end of the day, even though we're trying to do a project to get people to come out, this is still a money-making project. So of course she's not trying to F up her money, because even though she got money and has other streams of income, you always trying to get an extra stream of income. So I'm not mad at it. Yes, I can understand her being in the middle and, trying to see where she should go with. I mean, I don't know. It just depends who she's more loyal with, Trina or Zoe Brinks. And I feel like she's probably more loyal with Trina because she knows of Zoe Brinks and thinks she's a great artist, but she probably has a more longer relationship and connection with Trina. So I'm not surprised she went with Trina. I think a lot of people would have went with Trina. But anyway, we didn't get to Florence. Okay, she's making TikToks with her sons. And after they make some TikToks, actually specifically one TikTok, she talks with her kids about how do they feel that her and Marlon are no longer together. The oldest son, oh my gosh. I thought I was Marlon because he sounds just like Marlon, looks just like Marlon, skinny just like Marlon. I'm like, oh yeah, Marlon can't deny that son. Actually, any of his kids, to be honest. But I'm like, oh, you look just like your daddy, boy. Is that a good thing? Beauty is an eye of the beholder. But you look just like your daddy. Anyway, so pretty much the kids said they don't want no other type of person or whatever coming into the house and stuff. And they not really feeling if like she were to get another man, whatnot. And I'm just like, I thank you for your opinion on that matter. I'll do my best, probably not introduce you to nobody and not have them come live in the house. But at the end of the day, if mama wants to move forward with life and have somebody else in her life, you don't got no choice. You don't got no choice. You may not want it, but she gonna do it anyway. I mean, she already dating somebody else. So I understand what you're saying, because I get it. Trust me, I get it. My parents were separated at one point in time. And, I was living with my mom for quite a few years before my parents got back together. They got back together, But, she had... I'm not trying to put nobody's business out there. She my parents were separated for 10 years. Okay, side note about me, a little story time, because, they were separated for 10 years. They're back together, married again. So I'm just like, what's the point of getting separated first? Okay, but anyway. So, my mom did have a few guy friends that, she hung out with and stuff. Mind you, I was middle school, high school during these years. Did I feel any type of way about it? Not really. I really didn't care. I was too busy worried about who I liked, in school and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I really, that's her business. But at the same time, I was just like, it was just kind of awkward. Sometimes when you would have the dinners, yes, I would have the dinner sometimes with these guys, and I'm just like, Mom, if this is what you want to do, by all means, you do you. I just don't want to be involved. Don't bring me in these dinners because it's just weird. Okay. And then on weekends, I'll go to my dad's house, and and he was talking to a woman too, and I'm just like, that's good for y'all. That's good for y'all. Just leave me out of it. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know if this is gonna last, and then clearly it didn't last because they ended up getting back together anyway. But I'm just like, don't put me in this. So I get where the kids are coming from. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, you don't got no choice. So if homegirl want to get somebody else, let her do her thing, okay? Because I'm pretty sure even before she got with her girlfriend now, somebody else was beating it up. Maybe that one producer from like that first season, or the second season, the first season that she was on. I'm pretty sure he beat it up. So anyway, she invited Gael over. They go out to the patio to talk, and pretty much Flo just wanted an apology because Gael immediately started with like, okay, my life is in shambles because of you. You went to the Mambo and stuff. Flo was like, I did not go to Mambo to try to manipulate your life or anything. That's just the universe, karma, all that stuff. Gael don't believe in karma, which makes no sense. But okay, whatever. Anyway, Flo just wants an apology. Gael apologizes, and then she immediately tries to talk to Flo, saying, okay, I don't know why you with homegirl. I forgot what her name is, Flo's girlfriend. But, she just only being with you for clout. So Flo don't want to hear it and tells her to mind her business. Now, yes, on one hand, Gael does love to kind of sabotage all of Flo's relationship. But then at the same time, Flo don't really have the best choice. Like, she don't be choosing the best, even though she only been with like 2 people that we know of on this show. It's really not the best options. Like, I don't really feel, to me, like her and her relationship with whoever her girlfriend's name is genuine and authentic. I could be wrong, this is just my brain, okay? I just watch the show. They know what they got going on, but I just don't really feel like it's authentic. I feel like it's just one of those things, like it's a phase. I'm not saying she's not bi or whatever, but I just feel like I don't see this lasting. I feel like this is just y'all here for a good time, not a long time. This is a little fling thing, and then maybe after a year, 2 tops, y'all gonna separate. So Gael, you can save your breath. I don't think. Oh, her name's Claudia. I did write in my notes. Gael, save your breath. There's no need to try to persuade Flo otherwise. For goodness sakes, Flo gonna do what Flo wants to do. I understand she's trying to be the bigger sister to try to give her advice, but at this point, Gael, with your credibility or the lack thereof, and all the drama that you done put on this girl for the past 2-3 seasons, please just stop it. I know we got to do this for the TV show, Gael, but at this point, you trying to have the best interests in your sister at this point is non-existent, because if I was there, I really would have been like, so are you effing Claudia too or something? Because for why? Porque, she gonna do whatever she want to do. And if Claudia is there for clout only, Florence will find out eventually, and I'll be on her. Anyway, moving on. We didn't get to Princess. She is prepping for the ladies' poker night and calls it, a MILF's party. Literally everybody there is a MILF, so that's good. And Amara's the first one to show up, and then Von Shape shows up, and then Shay shows up, and then we have who shows up after Shay? Suki shows up, and then Eliza shows up. So we don't even get that far into the poker game, because then, when Amara's introducing Eliza, Von Shay's feeling some type of way. She was already feeling some type of way because of the fact that she hasn't talked or seen Amara since, I don't know, before she had the baby or whatever, or like the party was the first time she's seen her since she had the baby or whatever. So she's mad at Amara because she hasn't been checking up on her, even though Von Shay's been checking up on Amara. So the fact that she brought her friend Eliza, Von Shay's feeling some type of way. and tells Eliza, I hope that she's a better friend to you than she was to me. And then she chooses that time to confront Amara about why she has been neglecting her and not checking up on her, even though she's going through so much stuff, people telling her to off herself. And it seems like Amara don't even care. So Amara tries to make the excuse, she got her own things going on too. Vanshay was like, she don't care because she still checks up on her. It goes into a back and forth thing where Vanshay ends up throwing a drink at Amara. Of course, security gets involved. No, nothing happens. It's just a shouting match. They take Amara outside. She's shouting outside. It goes to commercial for dramatic effect. Comes back from commercial for dramatic effect. Vanshay is apologizing to Princess and says she's going to call her therapist, so she leaves. And then Amara is still talking crap outside. Suki said don't invite her to nothing else, and this is the last time they're going to see her. She gets her thing, she leaves. And then we have Princess talking to Amara. I guess they have a moment where they end up talking about Alan and they cry together, and Princess tries to give Amara some words of encouragement. Then we have Eliza and Shay talking, kind of bonding on them being pretty much single moms for a point in time. And they talk about Miami Tip and Miami Tip bringing up Eliza's kid having a mugshot and pretty much her being at the wrong place at the wrong time. So I'm just looking at this whole scene and I get what Vanshay's saying. Okay, that's let me start off there. Okay, Vanshay, I understand why you feel some type of way. I can understand you having a friend, you expecting that friend to be there for you, but they're not there for you in the time you need them to be there for you. I get it. The way you went about it was probably not the best of ways, but at the same time, I don't want to say age is a factor because I hate when people do that with me. You know what I'm saying? But Princess and Amara was saying, that the way she went about it was not the best. I agree. But let's also not forget that she is probably the youngest out of all of y'all at the table. So sometimes people at that age are kind of immature. I think she's at the time 23, 24. So, when I was 23, 24, I didn't think I knew everything. I did not think I knew everything, but I felt like I was more mature than my age. And being in a relationship taught me at that time, like, girl, there's a lot of things you got to work on yourself. Like, my reaction wasn't to do outbursts like Vanshay, but I felt like at that time, if I was upset and stuff, I would react in a way that right now I'm just like, if I really feel some type of way, why don't I just talk about it? You know what I'm saying? So I get it. I get both sides. But Vanshay is like, bro, if you really wanted to talk to Amara about it, you should have pulled her to the side at some point and been like, okay, this is how I feel. Why don't you show up for me the way I be trying to show up for you, blah, blah, blah. And y'all could have hashed it out. But maybe she didn't want to hash it out. She was already done. And that's why she went to the extreme that she went. I don't know. But as far as the Eliza thing and the Miami Tip, Eliza kind of confirmed what Miami Tip already done said when she was talking with Joy, was pretty much like, oh, when people like elevate themselves and I guess leave them hanging, Miami Tip feels some type of way, which we already discussed in like a few minutes ago. So, all right, cool. Speaking of Eliza, still on her, we didn't get to her going to dinner with her oldest daughter to talk. I guess they haven't talked in 6 weeks. They have not the best of relationships because pretty much Eliza doesn't like her daughter's boyfriend. And I guess there was a lot of riffraff going on in the house where eventually Eliza kicked her daughter out of the house. So she comes to talk and immediately asks, why do you still stay around this boy? And I guess the mugshot, she explains, came from the boy because I guess she was at the wrong place at the wrong time while he was doing some stupid stuff. She got caught up, ended up going to jail, had the mugshot. Okay, cool. So I can understand why she's like, okay, you don't need to be around this boy because now he got you. You have a whole mugshot that's there for the rest of your life. I get it. But sometimes, Mom, Eliza, you're going to have to let these kids be dumb because they're going to realize it themselves. Like, if you tell them not to do it, they're going to want to do it more, okay? Coming from someone who had strict parents, especially a very strict father, you tell them not to do it, they're going to want to do more, okay? That's all I'm going to say. I don't have no mugshot, but I do not want my parents seeing a movie of my life. That's that's all I'm going. We're gonna back to this scene with Eliza and her daughter. No, we're not gonna go there. So Eliza then talks about her father because the daughter was saying, oh, she likes her boyfriend because he's there for her the way that her mom wasn't there for her, because I guess when she was younger, her mom was obviously working at the strip club, so she would always leave her at all times of the night, especially on the weekends, because I guess weekdays, I don't think she was with her mom full time. So it's like the times that her mom would have her, it's like she still wasn't there because she got to work at the strip club or whatever she was working at the time. So the mom tries to explain, I met your dad at 14, and I had to do everything by myself. I think I didn't listen word for word. I'm sorry in advance, but she tries to explain to her why she did what she did. She had to provide for her kids, or kid at the time. So not Eliza, but her daughter ends up getting emotional. She cries, and they step outside for some fresh air, and pretty much Eliza just tries to express to her daughter, listen, I just want better for you because of what I've been through. And, I see what this guy's doing to you, so I just want you to do better. So they kind of walk away. I don't think anything is really resolved, but I guess that's where we're going to end it with that for them. Okay, cool. Lastly, we get to Zoe Brinks. I don't know why I like saying her last name like that, but we get to Zoe Brinks. She's meeting up with Super Cindy to talk about this project and if she's going to be on it, because she literally was like, am I going to be on it or not? Still calling Joy a purse holder, and Cindy tells her that she's not going to be on the project. And Zoe cries. She gets upset. She raises her voice. Cindy's like, you don't have to be raising your voice to do that. Don't be getting mad at me. Zoe's like, I'm not mad at you, but you need to keep that same energy. She tells everybody to keep the same energy. Zoe, I hope you don't keep the same energy, because your energy just be up here. We need to bring it down here a little bit. Listen, Zoe, I like you. Okay, I do. Especially, from one Haitian to another. I like you. But you calm it down a little bit. I know you got a lot going on. Your emotions is all over the place, especially when stuff in regards to your passion, the music and stuff. I get that, but you just calm down a little bit. Just bring it down, okay? Maybe because I'm not a person that's like outburstish, even though I talk loud on this thing. I think I talk loud enough, but in real life, on the streets, I'm not like this at all. A lot of people don't see this. That's why the people that do know about it, the people I know personally that do know about my YouTube channel and stuff, when they come across it, because I don't be telling a lot of people. So when they do see it, they're like, "Oh wow, you do YouTube? You do all this?" Yes, because I'm not in Publix. I'm in the comfort of my own home. So I talk the way I want to talk and give my opinions the way I want to give my opinions. Because if I do this out in Publix, it's going to ruin my reputation, even though I don't have one. But anyway, back to these people. I'm talking about myself way too much in this review. I apologize. Anyway, these folks. So she's in her feelings. Her and Cynthia, they're going back and forth. They go to the elevator, and we have Zoe just, venting on the elevator, saying, okay, y'all just doing this because Trina's famous. So Cindy's like, I'm famous too, so what I got to do with anything? Cindy... You may be famous, okay? I'm not gonna say you not, okay? Your bank account probably famous, but we know Trina. I mean, me personally, I know Trina, not personally, but I know who Trina is and was before this show. I didn't know you until I seen this show. I'm sorry, Super Cindy, but I might have to agree with Zoe on this one. Not saying there's anything wrong, because a lot of us, I'm sure, we're going to chase the money. We would X out Zoe in a quick second to continue to work with Trina, because we know it's going to bring money. I get it. I'm not knocking you for that, Cindy. But to deny what Zoe's saying is absurdity, because it's the truth. Because even Zoe was like, if I was Nicki Minaj coming in, doing all this stuff, I wouldn't be getting this flack. You wouldn't, Zoe. You wouldn't. But unfortunately, you're not Nicki Minaj. That's the problem. So because of the fact that you're not Nicki Minaj, it's like you're going to have to come kind of different. When you up there like that and, big and stuff, then, you could be a a-hole like P. Diddy, whatever you want to call himself this week. You could be that guy. Even though nobody cares for him, but they still going to rock with him because he makes the money, he got hits, all this stuff. Unfortunately, you are not at that point. So it's like you can't be acting and saying whatever you want to say, because you've seen what happened. And of course, since the purse holder is Trina's cousin, she already said it to Cindy too. She gonna rock with family. So Unfortunately, Zoe, yes, you are right in every aspect, and I feel what you're saying. You know, I understand you being upset and crying. I too am a crier. I too am a crier, so I get it. 100%, Zoe. I talked about this with you last week. At the same time, in the same breath, Zoe, come on. You gotta welcome to the game. Okay, welcome to the game. The music industry and all this, it's not for the faint of heart. I love music, but like I don't want to be no entertainer. So even if I did, this ain't for the faint of heart. This is hard work and a lot of effort going on in the business. Why do you think a lot of people are not here to this day? And I'm not even talking about like on earth, but like in the industry, like out there, like one hit wonders and people who are no longer that you know because their labels is trash, and it's a lot. There's a lot of stuff. I don't need to explain more than I already said, because the only stuff I know is probably just the surface. It's probably not even deep in the waters of what really be going on in this industry, and I don't think I want to know. There's too much crap and stuff that I just don't even want to. I don't have no desire to have the knowledge of, because it is Zoe. Listen. You gonna have to take your L on this one. I'm sorry. I have to be my complete 100% honest self of my thoughts about this. You gonna have to take the L on this one. I'm sorry. I personally feel like you shouldn't have ever made that comment. And if you never did, who knows where you would have been now? You would have been on the project, and Trina probably would have apologized for how she acted the first time you met her. I'm not going to, that might be a stretch, but I think she might have, if we have gotten to the point of the first or second introduction without you making that comment, talking about you making a joke. I understand you making a joke, but in the wrong place, wrong time. So that was it, guys. I'm surprised I went to 32 minutes of this review. But if you're still watching, I appreciate you. That means I did a good job. If you still at the end, I did great. And I thank you that I did great, because if I didn't do great, you would have left 15, 20 minutes ago. So thank you so much. I already talked too much. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up, okay? If you laughed at least once, please subscribe. If you didn't laugh, that's fine. There's more episodes of this show thing. So come back next week. I'm going to work on my jokes, okay? I always work on my jokes every week. And then you could come back next week. Hopefully I make you laugh. You could subscribe next week. Comment down below what you thought about this episode. Be easy breezy, lemon squeezy. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.